It's called He Who Pays the Piper. It's a crackling sound like old parchment, appropriate for the tomb of the Holy Father. But wait, I get ahead of myself. I know the sound. It's within me. The dry flexion of paper, the lungs of Christ's vicar on earth. Holy Father, some water perhaps. Ah, Sophia, dear companion of my final days, a broad-faced, wide-beamed peasant from the Mezzogiorno. I find it impossible to believe that the world press would speculate on sexual misadventure with this stolid, plodding mule. Sister Sophia, younger, much younger than I, yet smelling of old linen. Dry, wrinkled, redolent of rosewater and vapour rub. If they but knew how much of a relief the celibacy of the Holy Father was. Gianni Contadini, street thief and pimp from the north, venal, immoral child of the streets of Aosta, light years from Pope Sextus VI. And yet the route, the lifeline runs through both entities to end here in this impossibly large bedroom. For pity's sake, open the curtains, some light. My bedchamber is full of people. They don't understand what I'm saying. They merge with the shadows. They shift in the guilty manner of supplicants. I hear them and it takes my attention. I want to see the sky. The long, narrow slice of blue expanse above the tall, ancient corridors of Aosta. More light. Mehr Licht. Goethe's last words. Who would have thought it, Gianni? A pickpocket who speaks 5 languages, who quotes long-dead German poets. After ruling the Catholic world for 25 years, I learn at the hour of my death why this chamber is so large. It must accommodate all these privileged spectators to the death of St. Peter's successor. Eminence, His Holiness is trying to speak. She's talking to that bumbling old saint, Cardinal Fourchet, my Secretary of State. I wanted a St. Paul as my strong right hand. Instead I had St. Francis. A wonderful shepherd, Henri, but no prince, no Iron Chancellor. Holy Father, it is I. I know, you old French fool. I haven't said that, of course. Can you imagine sitting through eternity having departed life with that sobriquet? Open the curtains! I'm shouting. It's undignified, but I hear the slough of sand in the glass. Henri looks at me in the same way he gaped at my secretary's mobile phone, back when we thought we might change the world. Over his uncertain shoulder the Holy See shifts. Come, Gianni. Gratuitous hyperbole at this late hour. I've spotted the opposition party in the shadows. I see their sharp, expectant features. Cardinal Ancelotti, the full, fleshy face of a Borgia, the thin, rapier brain of Machiavelli. Papal choice of the Italians. What will the world make of the new Pope's mistress? And next to the old satire, that bloody American Thomas O'Shaughnessy, Cardinal Archbishop of Chicago, panderer to the mob, money launderer too. There must be a good half-dozen of them huddled in the shadows. The must-live in the real world men. When they move away, they will leave an oily slick on the wall. Am I to leave St. Peter's throne to these peddlers and perverts, Lord? Henri takes refuge with the third world, I say. The Africans, Orientals, South Americans, even the beleaguered British. But not the Glaswegian Cardinal, not that nightclub comedian, laughing boy Desmond. He's become Ancelotti's court jester. There he is, practising his homespun patter on that handsome civilian in the dark suit. Henri has begun my absolution. Ego te absolvo in nomine Patri. The rattling in my chest has stopped. Sophia, stop blubbering, please. I can hardly hear myself breathe. Au revoir, old friend. Henri, I'm still here, you bumbling old fool. Don't do that. Don't shut my eyes. I ain't... I'm still here, in this cavern of a bedchamber. Dear God, I'm so confused. Am I dead? Is this purgatory? What? Well, So you're finally here. Do I know you, sir? Have we met before? No, I'd remember. It's the gentleman in the dark suit, from Ancelotti's little clique. But where are the others? Oh, come now, Gianni, of course you know me. I don't. And yet, he's older than his looks. Handsome. Compelling in a Renaissance way. I could imagine him in silks and lace. Hair much longer, maybe. You think I'm handsome, Your Holiness? Here, let me stand out of the shadows. Better? The dark hair swept back, the eyebrows thick, lustrous, the fleshy, bee-stung lips of a Titian cherub. He talks with his hands, long tapered hands that compel the listener. It's what he does once you're fixed. A shyster's cheap trick, and yet I can't but follow the beat and swoop. I'm dead, that's it, isn't it? And you're an angel. Angel? No. But then you know that already. Deep down you recognise me. He spins like a dancer. He's pulled the curtain wide. My eyes, the pain of the light. Close the drapes, please, it hurts my eyes. But you wanted your hour in the sun, Gianni. You begged me to put you here. That was a dream. That wasn't real. Just the fevered imaginings of a young man. He's smiling. I remember the smile. Oh God, I remember the smile. Monsignor Contadini, Bishop of Perugia. His hands shape the words. But you wanted so much more, Gianni. Non è vero? He's moved. The sun slants at the bed. The pain is unbearable. Come, Holy Father, I have the transaction here. I must rise, it seems. It was a dream. A dream, that's all. Vivid, yes, but still a dream. Turn the page, Your Holiness. Look at the result of your dream. The unctuous bastard shoots his cuffs and puts dream in quotes with two fingers of each hand. The vellum is cool to the touch. The open page shows the signature of the Pope before my predecessor. You bought the throne of St. Peter with your soul, Gianni. Not something one would readily forget. I don't need to look round, I can hear his smile. The page gives a crack as it turns. My own bold signature, the contract in Latin, the price of a promise made and kept, God help me. I did all of this for God. He won't forsake me now. I sound more confident than I feel, though it has no outward effect on Satan. There, I've dared to put a name to my tormentor. I mean, really, Gianni, you sold your mortal soul to advance God's purpose. What delusion! Tell me, Your Holiness, who am I? There's that smile again. Gentle, wistful, benevolent even. Come now, Gianni, I need to hear you say it. Get thee behind me, Satan! I hear the reverberations of that shouted command. Satan? You think I'm Satan? His laughter has a high feminine quality. Do you believe good and evil to be two sides of the same coin? Do you believe in the eternal battle between right and wrong, the light and the darkness? I can see silver white in the black hair at his temples. With such a weight of evidence at your disposal, Holy Father, you don't recognise the dual nature of God? You mean you're... Just so. Yes, Gianni. A brazier burns on a table. Your soul was my gift. The gift you thought so little of, you sold it to gain the world. His hand passes unobstructed through my chest. Impossible, surely. It reappears, closed in a fist. Light seeps through the fingers, and he drops something onto the brazier. It burns swift and bright. Some of the colour is drawn from the room. He leads me by the shoulder, propelling me toward the window. Welcome to the world you've bought, Gianni. Grey faces peer up at me. People I recognise, all with one thing in common. Eternal life in the grey, soulless world of our own choosing.